Hi guys, and welcome to Prediction Week 33, and we start with the lunchtime kickoff, which is Spurs versus Bournemouth. I've talked about Spurs this year. They're looking very strong. Look like they're most likely to be in a tight race with Chelsea, even though I keep saying that the tight race is over. I'm going to go for a lively game in this one though. You know, Bournemouth have had some funny fixtures this year, you know, against Arsenal, against Liverpool. You know, so I fancy them to have another funny game tomorrow, but I do fancy Spurs to win. So I'm going to go Spurs 3, Bournemouth 2. So I'm really looking forward to that game, actually, considering it's on Sky as well. So let's hope that that's a lively game like I've put down for my fixtures. We go to the 3 o'clock kickoffs now, and we have Crystal Palace versus Leicester. And obviously I predicted a few months back when Crystal Palace got Sam Allardyce in, I said that he would get them out of trouble. It was discussed on Monday Night Football. I think Jamie Carragher said it. You know, any team that he's gone to, he's kept them out of trouble, and he's got them well away from relegation zone. He did it with Sunderland. He's doing it with Crystal Palace. I think he did it with Bolton before as well. He rescued West Ham. He also rescued Newcastle. So for me, you know, he is a very good manager. You know, Leicester as well. You know, they've just come off Champions League football. Unlucky to lose to Atletico Madrid via a penalty. So they're going to be a little bit tired, but I do fancy them to get something out of this game. I'm going to go Crystal Palace 1, Leicester 1. We then have Sunderland versus West Ham. I think Sunderland are dead and buried now. I don't think they can save their season. And obviously they lost to Manchester United last week as well. Cracking goal from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, by the way. Yeah, I think, as I say, I think they're dead and buried now, Sunderland. And I think West Ham can take them there for the taking. So I'm going to go Sunderland 0, West Ham 2. Providing, you know, West Ham put their act together, I think that they can get a very good result tomorrow. So let's see how that one pans out. We have Everton versus Burnley. You know, again, I've been quite impressed with Everton since the Merseyside derby. You know, they're looking very strong and winning 4-2 last week as well. You know, so as I say, they were very poor against Liverpool, I thought, and then they looked strong against Manchester United. I thought they were very unlucky to lose that game, but it was a stupid penalty to give away. Won 4-2 last week, you know, and I just think, you know, that they're starting to, if not maybe, you know, they could get 6th or 5th this season. You know, they could put a run of games together now, which is what they seem to be doing. So we'll see. And Burnley, again, I've established this year, you know, with Arsenal. We've seen with Manchester United that they don't make things easy, Burnley, you know, but I do expect Everton to win. I'm going to go Everton 2, Burnley 1, but as I say, it's going to be a very hard game for Everton. As I say, Burnley are not an easy side to break down, so we'll see how that one pans out. We then have Stoke versus Hull, and again, you know, Hull have improved, but again, can they be rescued? Not too sure. I don't think they've scored many under Marco Silva, but they've not lost many since he's took over, but they haven't really scored many either. No good when you're in a relegation battle. Stoke, yeah, it depends. Again, it depends what Stoke you get. You know, you either get Stoke that get in your faces and they roughen you up, or you know, you can get the Stoke that has lots of chances and poor finishing. So it was hard to predict this one, but I went Stoke 0, Hull 0. I think it's going to be those games tomorrow where both teams are going to park the bus, I think, and you know, see what you can do in your attack and see if you can defend us when we attack. So I think it's one of those kind of games. We then have Watford versus Swansea, 2 teams again down the bottom, and again, simple. I never really go for 3 points in these games, even though you need them down the bottom. I'm going to go Watford 1, Swansea 1. At 5:30, we have Southampton versus Manchester City. Again, Southampton don't make things easy for teams. They're at home tomorrow as well, you know, and we've seen they were very unlucky to lose the Capital One Cup against Manchester United. And again, they've been in a good run of form lately, Southampton as well. However, I do expect Manchester City to be too strong for them, and obviously Manchester City are in that position now where they can't afford to keep fucking up now. They know they have to, you know, get a run of forms together, because I think Manchester City are in a different position to Arsenal. I'll get to that in a minute, but I think Manchester City have got the players, you know, and you know they're backing the manager. So like now they're getting a good run of forms, and I think they need to win as many games as possible to secure top 4. So for that, because it's at home, I'm going to give a goal to Southampton, but I'm going to go Southampton 1, Manchester City 2. We then go to the Sunday kickoffs, and at 1:30 we start with West Bromwich Albion versus Liverpool. Again, it depends what West Bromwich Albion you get, and it depends what Liverpool you get as well. You know, you can get the poor Liverpool that has lots of chances but very, very poor finishing. You can get, again, the same with Stoke, with West Bromwich Albion. They can rough you up a little bit and, you know, just go all guns blazing out like I did against Arsenal. Or you can get, again, you know, a lot of chances created but just very poor finishing. So again, for this game, we're going to go West Bromwich Albion 1, Liverpool 1. At 4 o'clock, we have Manchester United versus Chelsea. Again, I think Manchester United are kind of in that position now where they're dying to get into the top 4. You know, they can't afford to keep finishing, you know, 5th or 6th, 7th, whatever it is, you know, every single season. You know, so, but again, as I said, Chelsea are the team to beat. I think they've won the title race, and it's going to be a very hard game at Old Trafford on Sunday, by the way. But I just don't see Manchester United being the team to break them down. I think Chelsea are going to be too strong for them. So I'm going to go Manchester United 1, Chelsea 2. And the Monday night football, we have Middlesbrough versus Arsenal at 8 o'clock. And I really wasn't confident at all putting anything down for Arsenal for this Monday, as they were absolutely dreadful. Absolutely disgustingly dreadful. You know, against Crystal Palace, funny enough. Against Crystal Palace on Monday. You know, absolutely dreadful. For me, you can comment in the comment section below if you want. If you're on Twitter, tweet me, Facebook, comment in the comment section below. Lads or girls, if you're watching, I think that Arsene Wenger's lost the dressing room now. I've watched it. I've watched for the last couple of weeks, and I thought, okay, when they lost 3-1 to West Bromwich Albion, I thought, okay, international break. Let's come back and let's see what we can do. Let's see if the players have took any notice of him, and let's see if they can put this right. Came back after the international break. Terrible first half against Manchester City. Did get better in the second half. Drew 2-2. But then last week, absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I mean, I don't want to disrespect Crystal Palace. They are fighting for relegation. Yes, they were always going to make it hard. Yes, you know, it was at home. It was at Selhurst Park. And yes, I did say it was always going to be hard at Selhurst Park. But you are Arsenal. You have Alexis Sanchez in your team. You have Mesut Ozil in your team. And you've just lost 3-0 to Crystal Palace. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. As an Arsenal fan, I am disgusted. I'm disgusted to call myself an Arsenal fan at the moment. It's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Take no disrespect from Crystal Palace. They deserved their win on Monday, and they absolutely battered us and run us off the pitch. But in terms of Arsenal, I'm just not looking forward to any more games this season now. I suppose I'm disrespecting Middlesbrough a little bit on Monday, because I'm going to go Middlesbrough 0, Arsenal 0. But the way things are going at the moment, Middlesbrough's probably sitting there and thinking, fucking hell, lads, you know, we haven't scored, you know, in ages. This is our best chance of vulnerable Arsenal. And I tell you something now, it will definitely prove my point that Arsenal are truly fucked. Because Middlesbrough have hardly scored any goals this season. If they score at least 2 past us on Monday, that just proves Arsenal are fucked. Because it proves anyone can beat us at this stage now. And I think Arsene Wenger's got to go. He's got to stop being stubborn and just go. You know you've passed it. You're ruining the club and you're ruining your legacy. Just go. So a little rant over there. I hope you've enjoyed this prediction, guys, and I will see you next week for next week's predictions. Thank you for watching, guys.